Man, you know it's a good day if we're talking Tiger Woods and he's swinging a golf club.
Absolutely, absolutely. So tell me, okay, you saw him hitting. How does he look?
Okay, well, the Tiger that I know, I'll tell you this. I feel like regular Tiger's back, and here's why. It's the interaction that we had right before I came over to do this shot with you. He had just hit his shot on number 4. He went back and sat down in the cart and got out a bag of sandwiches, and I went over to ask him what he wanted me to tell everyone, and the first thing he said was, hey, you know you're not getting on these sandwiches. And Erica, who was with him, was like, hey, we share. And he goes, what, French? There's no French. I'm not sharing these sandwiches. Look, he don't need a sandwich. And we started laughing. And then I said to him, hey, man, I'm about to go on first take. So what do you want me to tell people? Yeah. And I won't tell you what he said to me at first, but we both laughed. Everybody around there laughed. And then he said that I'm good. I feel good. But I'll tell you this. Definitely this morning he arrived probably just after 8 o'clock for a 9 o'clock tee time. He was on the range for about 35, maybe 40 minutes. He was walking very slow, and he looks like he's still not necessarily comfortable, maybe in a little bit of pain. That being said, his swing looks pretty nice, and his iron game looks spectacular.
I love that he's in good spirits. I love that he's joking. He's out there overcoming the adversity, an example for all of us, showing his strength, the Tiger that we know. But based on what you saw, Michael, what are your expectations for him this weekend?
Very low expectations for him, but I got to tell you, last time that they played, he said Charlie carried him most of the rounds that they played here on Saturday and Sunday, and Charlie's going to have to carry him again, but Charlie looks spectacular. I did tell Tiger, hey, you know Mike Thomas, Justin Thomas's dad, kind of threw you under the bus when he talked yesterday, talking about how he can't believe how far you're hitting the ball right now. And Tiger looked at me and was like, that's because of how short he hits it. I'm not hitting it that far. It's Mike Thomas doesn't hit it that far, so I just look far relative to him. And we're laughing about that as well. But expectations right now for Tiger are very low. For him, this is all about having fun with Charlie. And so far, it looks like the two of them are having a blast.
I love that father-son moment. I love that you're there to capture it all. But I want to talk about Charlie for a second. There's a lot of similarities with his game. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean,
in the mannerisms and stuff between Charlie and Tiger?
Even the way that they rub their nose, because they both have allergies, they do it the exact same way. And sometimes they don't even catch each other. Charlie will be standing next to Tiger, and they'll have the exact same pose. And I'll take pictures of them, and then I'll be like, hey, Apple, look at Tree. And they both kind of get a kick out of it. But they do the club twirl at the same time as well. Now, Charlie at 12 years old, I don't necessarily know that he's as advanced in his golf game as Tiger was, but you know, in talking to people close to him, Charlie also, he's not all in just when it comes to golf. He just loves the game and loves playing with his dad. And oh yeah, happens to have his dad's genes, which then translates into a beautiful swing. Yeah. But I don't know if Charlie, looking forward, is thinking to himself, I'm gonna be a PGA Tour pro like my dad. I don't know if he even has aspirations of that, because he's got so much other stuff that he loves doing as well.
All right, last thing I'll ask you here. Tiger kind of downplayed how much we would see him on the tour. But do you think he was just lowering expectations, or do you believe that's accurate?
No, I definitely believe that's accurate. I think that even with the rehab that he is going through and the rehab that he has upcoming, don't forget, this is a guy who already had 10 surgeries, 5 on the back and 5 on the leg, knee, and foot, okay? So that's the starting point, and he turns 46 in just a couple of weeks. So the fact that this now puts on top of that, I would say, and he mentioned it too, the way that Ben Hogan played. So Tiger didn't play a lot before, but to see him at 10 tournaments in the future, I think would be a lot. And that's only if he goes back to playing competitive golf, which he still hasn't said he's definitely going to do.
You know what, Michael? Sometimes the game of life is bigger than the game of sports, even though we're all fanatic sports fans. And what a special moment that he is back out there after that horrific accident, all those surgeries with his son. Such a special moment. Enjoy all of it. And if I don't talk to you, happy holidays.
You have a wonderful holidays too. And hey, it's Tiger Woods. As many times as we're going to tell ourselves, pump the brakes, man. It's Tiger Woods. We're not pumping the brakes because it's Tiger Woods.
Exactly.
Have a happy holidays,
and that's
everybody.
why he is what it is. Thank you.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.